If you want to lose as much fat as possible and do so sustainably by counting your macros, then hold on a second. Often counting your macros is precisely what not to do when you're looking to lose weight with the least amount of effort and complexity. In this video you will learn 3 things. Number 1, what macros are, and spoiler alert, most medical doctors do not know this. Number 2, when counting your macros is the absolute last thing you should do. And number 3, the rare occasions when counting your macros actually makes sense. For those that are new here, hi, I'm Florian, award-winning personal trainer and published author. So let's just dive right in. Macros stand for macronutrients. These are the nutrients your body needs in big amounts. Because, well, macro comes from Greek makros. And makros is translated to long and large, which is an attribute that can be used for nutrients but can also be applied to other bodily objects. The macronutrients are the 3 following components in your nutrition. Number 1, fat. Number 2, carbohydrates. And number 3, protein. Now here's what most people, including some medical doctors, don't know. The above 3 macronutrients, so fat, carbohydrates and protein, are the 3 constituent parts of your caloric intake. So if you know how many macros a food has, you can calculate the total caloric amount. So the macros are the constituent parts of the caloric content of the foods that we eat on a daily basis. So if you know how many macros you eat, you know how many calories you eat. So you can imagine your total caloric intake as a pie, and you have macros, which are, the fat, protein and carbohydrates that are these constituent parts of the pie. You've probably seen a chart like this before. Now here's where the count your macros lie comes in. What matters when you're trying to lose weight is not the constituent parts of the pie, but the size of the pie itself. You can have a no carb, no protein, 100% fat diet, and as long as the size of the pie is smaller than the size of the maintenance caloric pie, whatever that is, you're gonna lose weight. So it's all about calories, which is important to know, because if you count your macros and your main goal is to lose weight, you add an unnecessary layer of complexity to this entire endeavor, which makes it less likely for you to succeed. So you count your macros, which indirectly put you in a caloric deficit for you to lose weight, instead of just counting your calories, which put you in a caloric deficit and then for you to lose weight. It's like you're trying to learn how to ride a bicycle. And instead of learning to ride a bicycle normally, your instructor forces you to start learning the bicycle no-handed. I mean, why? It's easier to ride the bicycle with both hands on the handlebars, so you might as well put both hands on the handlebars, especially when you're trying to learn it. So counting your macros for weight loss and basically any type of diet that promises you that reducing a certain macronutrient magically leads to weight loss, this means low carb and also low fat, and certainly the Atkins diet, is a big fucking lie. Because the only reason they work is by getting you into a caloric deficit. So your macronutrients have absolutely nothing to do with the speed of you losing weight. But are there some times when counting your macros actually makes sense? In the beginning of your weight loss process, you should ignore macros completely and just focus on the caloric intake. You should keep things simple, because the more complexity you add here, the less likely it is that you will succeed. As you get better at the skill of weight loss, and losing weight is a skill like operating a computer or riding a bicycle, so let's say you've lost the first 5 to 10 pounds, you can pay some attention to macros. Because while the right macronutrient ratio, meaning a carb-heavy nutrition, is not important for weight loss, it is important to reduce your long-term chronic disease risk and to create a well-balanced diet. Again, it's like the bicycle analogy. Learn to ride the bicycle normally and then learn to ride no-handed. So now, wonderful. You have all the information and you know what you should do. Chances are high you knew before this video what you should do. Yet somehow you can't get yourself to do what you know that you should do, right? We live in the information age. So if access to information alone is the solution, we should all be multimillionaires, chilling on yachts, surrounded by supermodels, tanning or rock hard six-pack. But more information isn't the solution. The solution is knowing how to get yourself to do what you know that you should do. And do these behaviors long enough, not only until the goal is achieved, but also until new sustainable habits are built. My free ebook, The Fit Vegan Secrets, provides you exactly that. It's a perfectly engineered change agent to help you do what you know that you should do. You can read through these 109 pages in a short afternoon and enjoy benefits for decades. And even better, you can get the book for absolutely free for a limited time by heading over to fitvegans.com/secrets. I put a link to this as well in the first comment and in the description. So thank you so much for watching this video and see you next time.